Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We are also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show. Hey everybody, Colonel Steve here, and we are on our spring break vacation, and we have a theme to the shows that'll be on Monday through Friday, and they are Halloween-themed, probably dedicated to McNew. We know she loves Halloween. And this one goes back to our first year. So our first year of doing the shows, we started December of 2016. Obviously didn't have Halloween 2016. So the first year we did a Halloween show was 2017. It was before the concept of mailing it in. So we actually had to have like a topic, and our topic was Halloween bourbon. So here it is, our first Halloween show on the Bourbon Daily, back to 2017.
Let's
drink.
Happy Halloween, and welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon, delivered to you Monday through Friday every week. Today's show is our special Halloween spectacular, an episode dedicated to all things Halloween, where we will also be sharing some scary good bourbons. My name is Chrissy Martin. Please join me in welcoming my co-host Steve Akeley and our special guests, Andrea Holak, Tracy Napolitano, and Brody Whitlock.
Hey gang, what's up?
Hola.
Hi.
It is Halloween, so very exciting stuff. I know some of the people that are here are into it more than others, me being not into it at all, Tracy being into it a lot. I don't know where the rest of the folks fit. So, Andrea, is Halloween big for you? You into that as an adult?
I am. It is my favorite holiday, if you call it a holiday.
Sure, I'd say
it's my favorite.
Okay. Chrissy, how about you? A big deal for you or another day?
The only reason it's a big deal is because it is the birth of Eric. So this is the only reason why it's a big deal.
Okay. And Mr. Brody, what about you? Big deal, Halloween or not?
Not really. Not really at all. I like to watch the movies, but there's a long story about growing up, so we'll hear about it. But
is that the one where you fell out of New Orleans and landed on your
No, Steve. It's my mother.
You have a scary movie story? Your mom used to make you watch scary movies?
No, my mother is
He slipped on a urine-soaked Bourbon Street and lost his
Oh
tooth.
my gosh, Steve, let it go.
Hey, and we're looking for that. A lot of our listeners go to New Orleans. If you see that tooth, please contact the ABV Network. We'll get that back to Brody.
I wish we could just show Brody's face right now, because it's just poor Brody.
Tracy's going to go look for it tomorrow.
A free sample.
Anyways, like I was saying, my mother is a very big Christian woman, so on Halloween we went to the church for Hallelujah night, as they called it, instead of going trick-or-treating in the neighborhoods.
Oh, that would stink. Halloween when you're a kid is amazing. That's the best night of the year. You get to run
Honestly,
around.
I think I got more candy walking around a gym than I did walking around a neighborhood.
Oh, so that was like an early version of Trunk or Treat. You had Halloween in the gym then.
Pretty much.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Tracy, you're big into it. You do costume parties. You decorate the yard. You're super into it.
Yeah, so we'll probably start decorating next week. It takes me about 4 days to decorate the yard. In the front of the house, we do I turned the whole
Next
front
week.
yard into a grave.
So about November 7th, you start with your Halloween decorating?
All right. So we start decorating the very beginning of October.
All right. There's continuity issues if you don't play the game here. You got to go when it's being aired versus when you're recording. Sorry for the audience.
So we take a few days to decorate. We do a full graveyard, headstones, coffins. We have fog machine. I have animatronics that pop up behind.
I thought they buried you above the ground in New Orleans. You can't have a
graveyard. They do, but for the purposes of my Halloween, my sole mission is to scare the kids.
Okay.
So I have swinging things from the trees that will decapitate the person on the swing. I have all kind of crazy stuff.
Wow.
So and then we have fog machines and strobe lights and all that going.
Send us a photo of it when you get it done this year, and we can put it up in
a video
this episode.
Yeah, I'll do the video and photo for you because I said it. I mean, like I said, I set up the graveyard, and Halloween night is when it really. I put the fog machines out that afternoon because I don't put them out during the prior to. I don't want them to disappear. But so yeah, we do it. Barbara and I both dress up, generally zombies or something like that, and sit there and try to give the kids candy. They don't always come up and take it.
I would think you would give out pretty good candy too. It feels like it'd be worth the trip up the driveway with you two.
We do. We actually bag Snickers and all the good candy. We put it in little bags and we give each kid a bag full of candy. So it's we usually do a couple hundred of the bags.
Yeah.
To give out.
Yeah. I do Pez dispensers or something like that. Something nice. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd be cool with getting a Pez dispenser.
Yeah,
I love
that. I'd be cool getting a mini bottle.
For kids, Brody.
No,
you're gonna go to jail.
As in for like the adults that come up.
The FBI is gonna call me, or they're gonna say, "Hey, we got that tooth. We just need Brody's address."
I will
sure the FBI knows where I'm at.
That we will have a bottle of wine and a bottle of bourbon sitting on the porch with us because we sit on the porch when they come up.
Okay.
And if the parents come up and they've got a cup in their hand, we'll offer them wine or bourbon.
All right.
See,
to the parents only. Yeah.
Well, let's get into this right now. I put together a little survey here, so I'm going to test you guys. And this is kind of Halloween stuff, rapid answer. So we don't want to spend too much time on this. So let's start with our Halloween survey. We're going to start with Chrissy. Chrissy, just run through these. It's just 5 questions. So 4 of them are scripted. 1 I'm just going to come off the top of my head. Question number 1: what is your favorite Halloween candy ever?
Reese's Pieces peanut butter cup.
All right. What was your best costume ever?
It was the best and worst costume. It was Steve Irwin, his widow, and the stingray.
Oh, my God.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Nice.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's what Steve said.
Took a sad turn.
Got her.
Uh-oh. Flipper is in action.
I don't think they were paying too much attention.
I'll have to hear that on the replay. I didn't catch it live. So, all right. Number 3: should adults be more into Halloween than kids? I'm trying to do a show, so I'm not catching all the inside jokes.
It was hilarious. So that's good on you, Brody.
If it is a slap at me, it probably won't make the show. So.
No, it wasn't. It was about my costume.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, should adults be more into Halloween than kids?
Yes.
Why not?
Okay.
Why not? Yeah.
All right. Your house, give me an idea here, 1 to 10, in terms of how you assess it being decorated. 1 being, you don't really do anything. 10, you just go all over the top. Kind of what, like Tracy just explained here. Where do you fall on the scale?
0.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
Don't
put you down for a
participate
1,
in
though.
decorating.
Yeah.
It's too much work.
Okay. All right. Wild card question. What do you think about the whole thing now with women and the sexy costumes? It seems to be anytime anybody's showing costumes, it's for some reason these days it's the sexy woman's costume. Do you like that trend, or do you think that's very dumb?
I've never liked the trend.
Okay.
So I've never participated in it, and I've never been a fan of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Tracy, coming to you next. Favorite Halloween candy?
Right. Yeah, Smarties.
Smarties. Okay. What was your best costume ever?
In college, we went as dead rock stars.
Dead rock stars. Okay. Should adults be more into Halloween than kids?
Sure. It's a blast.
All right. What dead rock star were you, by the way?
I believe that year I dressed as Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. That's a good one.
Nice.
But Steve Irwin wasn't good?
No, I think that was a great costume.
Your house decorated 1 to 10. Do you think it is a 10, or do you think there's still more room for improvement there? Where are you at on the scale?
Well, I mean, knowing what the Christmas vacation house looked like, kind of way over the top, I don't try to go over the top. I just try to make it scary like a graveyard.
Okay.
So I'm going to say an 8.
All right, an 8. And finally, the wild card question. What age were you when you stopped trick-or-treating as a kid?
32.
All right, perfect. Brody, on to you.
I'm not afraid to go to next door neighbors and ask for some candy.
All right. Question number 1. Your favorite Halloween candy? Brody?
Oh, I didn't hear you because it broke up. My favorite Halloween candy would have to be... I'm going to go with Reese's.
Reese's, okay.
Those are pretty solid.
What was your best costume ever?
Well, since I really didn't start dressing up until I got older and we have things at work, so I went as Tyrese from The Walking Dead before he got killed.
Okay. Oh, yes. Should adults be more into Halloween than kids? Yes or no?
Whatever floats your boat.
And your house decorated 1 to 10. Where do you think you fall?
Seeing that I don't have a house, 0.
Well, your apartment or condo or whatever it is. There's no what do you
a 0.
Do you want me to tell the true story again? That attitude keeps up.
I'm
talking
just
about
it
New
gives
Orleans
you like a rise, but yeah, no, it's a 0.
It's a 0. Okay, that's not an option, but okay. So we had 2 people answer 0, even though it's a 1 to 10. And the wild card question: if where does Halloween fall on your favorite holidays out of everything? So give me where it ranks. Favorite holidays down to Halloween.
Christmas,
okay.
Thanksgiving,
okay.
4th of July.
All right.
Halloween,
okay. All right, Andrea, your time. Favorite Halloween candy.
All right.
Favorite Halloween candy.
Hershey's with almonds.
That one's a treat. Yes, I like that. Best costume ever?
So my friends and I dressed up as cereal mascots one year, which that's like cereal box mascots.
Which one were you?
And I was the Lucky Charm.
Oh, the leprechaun.
Yeah, people think leprechauns, gingers, and they get a lot of joy in that. So it was a lot of fun. Okay. Yeah.
Let's hear your leprechaun voice.
You're always after me, Lucky Charms.
Wow. I thought I was in the commercial right there.
But fun fact is, I always answer the door every year wearing a Twinkie outfit because that's like my favorite go-to costume that the little kids like to come to the door and answer. They know every year that it's the Twinkie house. So
send a photo of that.
That's my favorite go-to.
There's another photo we need right there.
Yeah, that's a good photo.
Yeah, for sure. So decoration at your house, 1 to 10. Where do you think you fall?
Probably a 5 because people steal stuff in my neighborhood. So we keep it pretty low key outside.
Okay. And finally,
but inside it's pretty poppin'.
All right. And finally, what time does the light get shut off on Halloween? You're handing out candy. What time are you usually done?
I love Halloween, so I keep it on until I'm ready to go to bed. If someone's going to come knocking, I'll answer the door.
10 o'clock?
10 o'clock.
You'd answer the door, okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'll have to trust you on that. So, yeah, our topic of the day is scary good bourbons. We're going to be talking about things that are so good out there right now, they're scary. But before we get to that, we drink on the show like everyone on the network. What is everyone drinking tonight? Start with Andrea.
Tonight I have Redemption bourbon.
Redemption?
So that's what I'm drinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cork pop on that? Is there? Here we go. That's pretty good. That's real good. Brody, what do you think of that? You're the official score.
There was a little squeak, but I mean, I'll give you probably about a 7.
7, okay. That's solid.
It's not bad.
Chrissy,
I'll take
how about you?
I have got some Michter's small batch going tonight.
All right. Mr. Tracy, what are you drinking?
I'm going to do open up this Statesman.
All right. Is first open here?
First open.
Very
That
nice.
was sharp, yes. All right. Brody, what do you think out of that one?
That was a 9.
That was a 9. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Leaves the door open. Brody, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking Rabbit Hole.
Rabbit Hole. All right.
Yes.
It's getting low there, it looks like.
Yeah, I've loved this bottle.
Okay. Cork pop on Rabbit Hole?
Never had it. I've got to get me some of that.
Well, Tracy, I still got to send you samples.
Oh,
So
not
do I.
much left.
So that might be two. That's a 2-ouncer in
Yeah.
a piece.
Oh, yeah.
So you might get the rest of it.
Now that we've talked, and I remember that you reminded me of stuff I promised you and forgot.
And we're sober-ish.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
sober.
Ish. All right.
For now.
I've got Taconic straight bourbon whiskey, so getting ready to open this one up. Here we go. Ooh, that is a perfect 10. Wow.
That's a 9.
What? A 10.
Oh,
Gotta
that's
be kidding.
That was a perfect 10, right, Brody?
It's a 9, Steve.
I hope a potato sack falls on your head behind
Those
you.
are
and hits
coffee sacks, by the way. Thank you very much. Not potato sacks. Yeah, I'm trying to run a professional office here. Those are coffee sacks. All right.
you. Put ice in that bourbon?
What was that?
Did you put ice in that bourbon?
No, I don't drink ice in bourbon. You know this. Chrissy tried to start a rumor, but it wasn't true.
Yep, I
Brody
got
knows
evidence.
this. That was a cocktail, right, Brody? They were doing the smoked old fashions.
No, you had ice in that drink, Steve.
Oh, here we go. All right. Cheers, guys.
I have lots of evidence, Steve.
Salud.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Here's.
Cheers. All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we are going to talk about those scary good bourbons. We'll talk to you soon. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
All right, so welcome back, and today we get to discuss some scary good bourbons.
Yes, we do. We all have created a list of 3 things that you should check out right now because they're so good, it is absolutely scary. At the end of this discussion, I'll go ahead and assess what everybody has submitted, and then I will decide who had the best list. So we're going to actually go through all 3 of them. Sometimes we go through like a round robin and share all our number 1 and then all our number 2, but we're going to talk about each one. So we're going to have you share all 3. We'll discuss it. You can say your rationale why you pick those things, and we'll go from there. Our order will be as follows: Andrea, Brody, Tracy, Chrissy, and then me. All right, so that means, Andrea, you're up first. What was your first item on your list?
All right, so for my first one, I went with the Michter's 10-year straight rye 2016.
Okay. All right. Okay, that's good. That's a good start. What was your second one then?
My second one is Kentucky Owl Rye.
Yes. All right. All right. Excellent. We do allow ryes. It's the little brother of bourbon in our mind, so it's perfectly acceptable.
And for my second one, I went with a St. Louis one. I actually went with the Still 630 St. Louis. It's a Monin Bell bourbon from St. Louis.
Is this a paid endorsement? I need to know that as the owner of the company, if you've accepted any sort of cash for that.
It is not. It's just one that I love.
Okay. All right. So now it's time to talk about that. How do we think that Andrea did, guys? So, still 630, I say sometimes when you pick one like that, it's representative of what the local one might be in your market. Andrea lives in St. Louis. She went local. So you don't necessarily say, well, wow, I can't even get to 630 where I'm at. You have to say what she's doing is picking out a small local craft distillery. So that is her suggestion, that you get whatever is local to you. Then she had the Michter's 10-year, was it the rye, you said?
Yes.
Yeah, and then of course the Kentucky Owl rye as well. Okay. Well, the Kentucky Owl rye is a fantastic one. So I don't know if who on the team here has tried this so far. Tracy, did you try yours yet?
I have not opened it yet, but
okay.
I'm going
to soon. You've got some, so yeah. And Andrea's tried it, said it was good. Chrissy, have you tried the Kentucky Owl rye yet?
I just had quite a bit of it actually last night.
What do you think?
It was actually really good.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. There's part of me that didn't want to like it because I haven't found a bottle out this way yet. So I didn't want to like it, so I didn't have to hunt down for a bottle. But I really do like it.
Okay. Brody, have you managed to get your hands on some of that yet or not?
By this time, I will have had a sample of it. But no, I have not personally been able to find a bottle of it.
Okay. So how do we think Andrea did? Do we like her picks here? Is there anything that you thought, ooh, well, that's ridiculous?
I mean, like you said, Steve, I feel like it was definitely, one of them was a regional choice. But, I mean, overall, I can't really speak on the Kentucky Owl, but I could speak on the Michter's. And, so those are really good choices.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. So... All right. I think we're pretty happy with what you did there, Andrea. So good work.
Yeah.
All right. Brody, you're next. What's on your list?
Well, my list is changing ever so slightly in my brain. Blood Oak Peccary is one of them.
Should have figured that. That's a St. Louis item, so that's good. Yeah, smart choice. Support St. Louis.
Calumet.
Oh, okay.
There's another. It's a sleeper, but it's good.
Okay.
And then
an interesting bottle, right?
It is a very interesting bottle. And then Wild Turkey Forgiven, if you can find it.
Oh my God! Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some good stuff.
You can still find it here. There's a few stores.
I just found like 3 bottles of it somewhere. So.
And what's the one that's the real one? That's what is batch 2, right? Or is that
302? I think.
I think it's got the 2 in it, right?
Yeah, I think it's 302. It's 302 the original.
Is the original.
Mm-hmm.
And those bottles were 302 that I saw. So.
Yes, and you got me a 302, so yeah.
Chrissy, you weren't friendly to me earlier, so.
I asked about your dog.
No, you didn't. You said you were going to ask about my dog.
Choose
wisely.
Ouch.
Okay, so how do we think Brody did? Again, real quick, what was your list again?
It was Blood Oath Pack 3.
Okay.
It was also Calumet, and then it was Wild Turkey Forgiven.
Wild Turkey Forgiven, yes. All right. That Calumet, is that how you say that? Calumet? I don't know.
I think it's Calumet.
Okay. It's not a favorite, but I know you like that one. You stand behind that. I know you like that. I know you're a big Blood Oath guy, so that's definitely one.
Yes.
Yeah. I actually had some of that. John Rempe poured me some of that himself at the All-Star Sampler.
I am jealous. I wish I would have been there.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Got to keep the glass, too. Glencairn. Yeah. For their new Lux Row distillery, so it was neat.
Nice.
Yeah, so how about you guys? What do you think of those picks?
I don't know. I think they were good except for that one.
Yeah, well, we like that one. I think we're all in favor of the Forgiven.
We're definitely in agreement on the Forgiven.
The Forgiven,
Yeah.
you get that.
For sure.
That's a gold
I haven't
star.
had the Pack 3 yet, so I can't really speak to that one.
Yeah. You know what they're doing? They're doing some good stuff with the Blood Oath, so you can probably, even not having tried it, guess that it's going to be decent. It's questionable with that third pick, though, Brody. We're telling you right now.
Oh, you're talking about Wild Turkey Forgiven?
No.
Or Calumet? You said third pick. Third pick was Wild Turkey
That's
Forgiven.
not what I
on my
talked
list.
about the other two. I said we're very supportive of the Forgiven.
Well, see, with Calumet, it was a love-hate at first. It wasn't that great when I first opened it, but after it set in the decanter for a while, it was actually pretty good.
Okay. All right. Tracy, you're up next. What are your three picks? You're sending someone on there saying, hey, I want to get some good stuff. What's kind of hot right now? What's good?
Well, stuff.
It's scary good. Tell me.
Scary good. I think this Elijah Craig barrel proof
Oh,
is scary good.
That's scary.
Now this happens to be one that they is the 140.2 proof. But I think they call it hazmat.
140
online. Yeah, but I think the barrel proof Elijah Craig is a really great pour.
Okay.
The other one I'm gonna go with is it's a very inexpensive bourbon, but it's scary good for the price. Is the Heaven Hill 6-year-old bottled and bond?
Heaven Hill 6-year-old bottled and bond. Okay.
And then now unfortunately this one you're not going to find very often. Occasionally you'll run across it. Is the Michter's Toasted Barrel Bourbon?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That thing was amazing.
Yeah. The toasted barrel. Yes. Okay. Well, you'd have a hard time disputing any of those. Accessibility to any of those would be the biggest factor, maybe. They're tough. Yeah. Nothing would be guaranteed about any of those, right? To find those. I mean,
well, the Heaven Hill 6-year-old you can get in Kentucky.
If you're in Kentucky, yeah.
Kentucky.
Well, yeah.
But or know somebody who has a crap load of it on the floor in their house.
Yeah.
They do have it in Austin, though.
They do?
They have
really?
it like, yeah, I saw a guy.
Is it just left over, Chrissy? Because they don't sell it outside of Kentucky anymore, do they? Or
No, they don't sell it outside of Kentucky.
Okay.
I was trying to get it from this guy because it was like in a handle, and I was like, I need at least one of those, and he grabbed both of them, and he's like, "Sorry for you, hun."
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's when you needed me to be there to help.
See?
Well,
Yeah.
that's when you walk up to him and kick him in his nads and then take one of them.
Yeah. Or the famous throat punch. Yeah.
Yeah, a throat punch, nad punch, it all works.
Either or. Oh, I know.
Okay. So not bad, Tracy, but we're going to move on to Chrissy and let's see what she did. What did you come up with, Chrissy?
All right, so I have the Wild Turkey Decades.
Okay. Solid.
Solid.
I can't
Solid
find that
one.
one. Andrea, we both live in St. Louis. Have you seen Decades in a while? Now, I've seen the other one, the 17-year-old. You will still see on the shelves, but I don't see the Decades. I can't find it.
No,
Steve,
you're right.
I
I don't see it here.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably
got
get
it
you one,
now,
Steve.
Can you?
Yeah,
I can't get it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one that moved and snuck up into my list is the Balcone single barrel coming in at just 129 proof.
Okay.
It is amazing.
I haven't tried that particular one, but Balcones is doing some good things. I will
they're doing
say
some
that,
amazing things, and this actually puts Stag Junior to shame. So,
Okay.
yeah, it really is amazing. And then my last one is going to be Michter's 10-year, just the regular.
The Michter's 10, sure, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, Michter's is, of course, they're doing some great things. They're really cool. So, excellent. All right. What does everybody think about Chrissy's list? Okay. Yeah,
I think it's a solid list. I can't speak to the Balcones because I haven't had it.
Yeah, me either.
But I'm guessing it's good. And I'll take Chrissy's word for it that it's good because, because Balcones, I like their stuff. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a good list.
All right, here's mine. Okay, if I'm going out, someone wants to find, interesting, hot, here's what I would say. Al Young. Have you guys heard of that one? It's been kind of...
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Statesman, I think, too, is another good one to direct people for. They might not have tried it yet. And it is getting pretty accessible at this point. I think it's pretty much out there.
Yeah.
And the other one that I'm going to talk about is in the process of a rollout. Andrea knows about this right now because we just interviewed the good folks from Peerless yesterday. Let me tell you something. As this becomes more and more on the shelves and you guys see this, it is fantastic. It is unbelievable. Yeah, really good stuff. And I would highly encourage you guys to check it out. Great story. We just talked to Caleb, their head distiller there yesterday, Caleb Kilborn, and a neat guy for sure.
He's gonna blaze trails and make a name for himself in this industry.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's gonna become a phenomenal distiller.
He's 26 years old.
Yeah.
And have you tried this yet,
Yep.
Trace? Have you tried the Peerless?
I have 2 bottles of it here at the house.
It's fantastic.
I went up to the release party. I actually have met Corky and his son, the owners.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I've met Caleb, and I mean it is amazing for. I love the fact that they let this sit for the 2 years.
Yes,
that
exactly.
They didn't go source a bourbon.
Right.
They didn't come out at 16 months. They came out at 2 years. And
then you have to worry, did they rush it? Did they rush? And then you try this, it's like, no, this was ready.
They didn't rush it.
It was ready. It was ready to go.
And, I've seen some chatter of people complaining about the price.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? They did it right. It's fantastic. It could be one of the best ryes to come out in the last couple of years.
Wow. I agree.
And I don't, while the price is
cut them a break on the price too. Cut them a break on the price. I mean, they had to go into business a couple of years, not being able to sell anything.
They went into business, and they sat on this product for 2 years. So that's what I'm saying. Forget about the price. It is what it is. Yeah. But I believe you get a rye whiskey that's worth every penny you pay for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah. And and it's batch number 1. You only get batch number 1 how many times? 1 time. So it's worth.
That's why I bought 2 of them.
The bottle is beautiful, isn't it? So
they did a fantastic job with that bottle.
Everything from top to bottom with this product is good. So that's my.
And what did he tell us? They put it on a pedestal.
Yeah. So you can see if you look at the bottle. The bottle, the stuff's so good they put it on a pedestal. You can see this area here. It's actually on a little pedestal there. So
I can't wait to see what they're going to do with their first release of bourbon.
Yeah, I know. And I'll tell you what, you talk about nice people. They couldn't be any nicer. So we were on the show with them yesterday, and of course the representatives that we had on with us, Caleb and Courtney, the PR lady, they were drinking Peerless. They had sent me a bottle, so that's what I was drinking. And then Jeremy had a bottle himself, so that's what he was drinking. And guess what Andrea wasn't drinking? Peerless. But guess what? They emailed me today and said, "Hey, get me Andrea's address. We want to send her a bottle."
Send her a bottle.
Yeah,
nice. And you'll fall in love with it. It's amazing stuff.
Yeah.
And I had the occasion. We went there. Someone told us to go meet Corky. That he would talk to us. So we were doing the tour. He heard we were there from the Bourbon Festival. He came and found us and said, "Hey, look, I can't meet with you today, but come back tomorrow morning. I'll block my morning out for you." We literally spent almost 3 hours in his office,
wow.
Just awesome. Chatting about New Orleans, the recovery of Contrita, and his family history, and the rebuilding of a brand. The guys are just amazing.
All right. Mm-hmm. Well, based on this discussion that we've had after me sharing my list, we don't really need to send this to the judge, right? I think the consensus is, in terms of the contest here. Who do we think won?
Wait, it was a contest?
Of course, I'm going to believe Steve's going to himself.
I mean, if you guys want to make the ruling for me,
I vote for Tracy.
Oh, that's wrong. Incorrect.
All right, Tracy's sending me samples. Right. I got to butter them up.
All right. Well, I'll just go ahead and make the announcement now. I actually won, guys. So it was, the Al Young, the Statesman, and the Peerless. Yeah. So
Sounds rigged.
It was not rigged.
Nobody can get Al Young.
Yeah. Well, it's tough, but yeah.
Tough.
If you're on Instagram,
it's
I keep seeing on Instagram every day someone else is buying some still. It's like, oh, look what I found today. I was like, geez.
Hey, there's been a strike of Instagram copiers, so it might.
I think that's a group of people in one town that they're sharing that bottle amongst their
bottle.
Yeah, let me take a picture of it. Share it with me.
Yeah. All right. Well, it was a good contest. You guys tried well. You guys all tied for second place, so that's the final ruling.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I ended up.
So I'm assuming my understanding of ABV Network contest is Steve wins.
Yeah,
Steve wins.
Well,
don't worry. The next Cork Pop Challenge is not going to happen.
See, listen to that. That's not how it has to be. That you're supposed to be a neutral judge. So just like I was here.
No, the only way it can win is if it has numbers involved, and Steve can't judge it. So.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
We don't do those kind of contests anymore. We had a company memo come out saying we can't do numbers type of contest anymore. I have to judge everything.
And let me guess, you wrote the memo.
Yeah, well, yeah. Of course. All right, well, that wraps it up. Let's talk about where we can find everyone. Andrea, we start with you. Where can people find you?
Sure. You can find me on the Bourbon Zeppelin. I write the bourbon history column, and you can also find me on Instagram and Twitter at Red Tumbleweed.
All right. How about you, Mr. Brody? Where can people find you?
You can find me on Bourbon Street looking for my tooth, or you can also find me on Instagram at Rick.Brody, as well as ABV Sales on Instagram.
Someone's got to help us. Someone out there in the audience, a lot of people go to New Orleans. They're on Bourbon Street. Just, do us a favor. Look down and just see if you find that tooth. And if so, please do contact us. All right, Tracy, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me at NO Bourbon Fest on Instagram, and you can find me at NOLA Bourbon on Instagram, and info at nobourbonfest.com. And remember, today's the last day to get tickets for the New Orleans Bourbon Fest using presale 18 as your discount code. Okay, yeah, be sure to do that. Yeah, put in that presale 18. It'll get you your discount code on those tickets, because tomorrow price goes up and you won't get the opportunity to buy at a discounted price. So if you're thinking about it, today would be the day to buy. So, all right, sounds good. Chrissy, how about you? Where can people find you?
You can find me over on the Instagrams at A Little Dab of Bourbon. You can also find me on my website, alittledabofbourbon.com. And make sure you're following the Bourbon Daily on Instagram.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley on Instagram or Twitter. Check out my website, steveakeley.com. Also got a new show getting ready to come out. Be sure to check that out on Instagram. It is Bourbon History, and Andrea's running that, but so far there's been no post. There's nothing out there.
I'm getting there. Getting good material. There will be posts.
So you're developing material first. Okay. So hopefully we'll get some posts out there before the February 1st launch of that new show. All right, Chrissy, anything else to say before we get out of here?
Absolutely. We'd love to hear from you, and also love to have you give us a 5-star review. That's going to include your comments. It really helps us in marketing the show, and your feedback really helps motivate us and give the show direction.
Good deal. All right. Well, everybody have a very safe Halloween tonight. Have fun, but make sure that you do so responsibly. And we look forward to talking to you tomorrow with a brand new show. Until then, take care. See you.
Bye.
See ya.
Ciao.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.